What is going on? This is your so beloved and glorious MaceValor. How is everyone doing today? Check it out. Today we're talking about motherfucking Postmates. Why? I thought you were the Amazon Flex guy. Why are we talking about Postmates? Well, I'll tell you why we're talking about Postmates. Well, because the whole Amazon Flex termination thing, I'm still waiting for a few kinks to be worked out, but until we get there, this is where we're at right now. Now, I got a little bit of pros and cons when it comes to Postmates. The best comparison I have for it is DoorDash. Now, I gotta say, DoorDash is absolute, utter motherfucking garbage. DoorDash. I have my issues with DoorDash, just how they're set up as a company as a whole. This is about Postmates. Try not to stress about DoorDash, but fuck them. I do use DoorDash from time to time because per trip it does pay more. However, with Postmates, I can do Postmates shifts relatively quickly. Now, see, whenever I get a Postmates delivery, I'm able to get there 9 times out of 10, it's already prepaid. I pick it up and I head over to wherever I got to drop it off, and it's all nice and neat. It's all wrapped up relatively close to my location. That's probably the number one thing. That's the thing about Postmates that I do like is that, like, for example, here's the, well, shit. So I got, let me turn the fucking brightness down. I'm doing this in one take. I don't give a shit. Oh my god, dude. Really? God. It's like that brightness. So here's the Postmates app, right? If I want it, all I gotta do is click go online and it's finding my next stop. Wow, this is not fucking working out. So I just have to put it on and then there we go. Gotta get that brightness like just right. Alright, well, this ain't gonna fucking work. But anyway, so I click it on go online, and then I'm accepting deliveries. And the cool thing is, it accepts it all relatively close within my area. Why? Because the thing about Postmates is it's not just about the driver's time. You gotta keep the customers happy too, right? So they're not gonna fucking ping people that are so fucking far off. As with DoorDash, it's like a regional thing. It's like, okay, so in the entirety of the Spring Valley area, you're going to be covering, right? Now, a lot of times, people that are from a different area, like let's say Summerlin area, people in the summer that live in the Summerlin area, just so happen to want something picked up in the Spring Valley area. Well, my drive and delivery and all that shit, it's all calculated from the Spring Valley. So I have to go to the Spring Valley location, and then from there I have to go to the Summerlin location. Now, these two borders are touching, so it's not that bad. But it does get bad when someone orders something in Spring Valley and it turns out that they're all the way in Green Valley. At least I think it's called Green Valley. But they're somewhere quite a bit distance away. Postmates is not like that. Postmates, it's like this radius thing. I would say it's probably about I don't even want to say 2 miles. It's always relatively close. I would say between 2 and 3 miles, just to play it safe. So if I'm driving around and I have it on, if there's any deliveries that need to be picked up within that immediate closeness to me, it'll let me know, and I'll click yes. And yeah, I might have to drive a little ways to the drop off, but the pickup is so close to me, it just fucking works out wonderfully. That's the magic of Postmates is the whole set it and forget it mentality because it maximizes everything. It keeps the customer happy because they get their stuff within their certain allotted window, and it makes the driver happy because the driver's not going all the way out of their way. Now, Postmates, obviously, it does not pay as much. And let me preface this. It's roughly $4, at least in the Las Vegas area. It's $4 per trip on average, not including tips or anything, not including like the overages that you get, but it's usually like $4 per trip. But the trips, from the time I accept it to the time I drop it off to the customer, it's usually about 15 to 20 minutes on the driver's end. That's fucking fantastic. And the cool thing about that is that DoorDash is designed this way as well, but not as efficiently. So with Postmates, as a customer, because I've been a very reluctant customer of, if you've listened to the podcast, I'm a very reluctant customer of Postmates, but I have used their services before. I will say the difference between them and DoorDash is that from the customer aspect, you're not getting as fucked as hard as you are with Postmates. But I digress. So Postmates, I say what I want and I put it in, right? Now here's the interesting thing that I've noticed on the customer side. I don't even see my driver until he picks up the food. That's when I start seeing the car drive out. That is wonderful for the driver, and it's wonderful for Postmates as a platform, because like I might be chilling at my house for a few minutes. Like, oh, I get this thing. Oh, I gotta go pick this up. All right, yeah, let me get my pants on, get some shoes on, get changed out of the basketball shorts, all that jazz, get ready to go, right? And I leave. That might take me about 5 minutes or so. Do I want the customer that I'm gonna be dropping this shit off to realize that I've been sitting at my fucking house for fucking 10 minutes or whatever? No, I'm not saying that people should do that. You should obviously, if you're gonna be on the clock, you're on the clock, you're ready to go. However, the way that it's set up, by the time that I get to where I'm going, it's either just about to be done or it is done and I pick it up and go. Now, if it says that I need to order it right now, I'm usually just like already gone. I'm already gone. I'm already on the way, right? If I'm at home, I wouldn't want to accept that. So, too much downtime. So, why do I like Postmates? Set it and forget it mentality, close to your radius, and because you're able to do so much more so quickly, you get paid relatively decently. The thing with DoorDash, though, when I have been scheduled with DoorDash, I'm all over the place. Okay, don't like that. However, it does pay a little more, but I'm usually able to do maybe 2 per hour. So I got to bank on the fact that I get paid at least $10 per delivery that I do. That's all about maximizing, right? Because with DoorDash, you can kind of see up front, this is what you're guaranteed to be paid. You can't see that with Postmates as much. And that's kind of like a con for people that like really strive off the whole tips thing, which I guess technically is me as well, but I don't really get that upset if people don't tip. I've had this conversation before. It's the nature of the game. But you don't get to see your tips for a while. So if I go to delivery earnings, some of my things have gone through, and I'm like, oh, so for some of these deliveries I've gotten tips for. That's really cool. But for like the first 2, sometimes 3 days, it just says the $4. And now I understand that people can go back later and tip if they want to later on. But like I said, it'd be cool to just kind of know what you're getting kind of ahead of time so you can kind of plan shit out. Now, for the most part, because I have seen some really good things about Postmates, I would do more of it, but it's just not as lucrative. You see, I'm in a position to where I don't want to. Here's why I liked Amazon Flex. It was a set schedule. I was going to go to work. I knew what I was going to do. I was going to go do it, take care of it. With Postmates, and to a very close extent, DoorDash, you're kind of sitting there waiting to be heard from. And obviously, yeah, you want to be in a certain location. I don't think DoorDash, it matters as much. DoorDash, as long as you're within that region that you're signed up for, that's all that matters. No matter what hotspot you go to, it doesn't calculate shit. And also, on the note of hotspots with Postmates, when you go on the Postmates app and then oh wow, look at these hotspots, I should drive to this area. No. That's where people are ordering from. That's essentially okay, so I see this hotspot right up in there, right? Those are drop-off locations. So those are essentially not where people are wanting to get their food from, and those are things that have already passed. It doesn't foresee the future. So it is a waste of time to go out of your way to those areas. It just shows you historically, in the last hour, we've gotten a lot of orders from this area. But that's in the past. So why are you showing me this now? Now, these statistics and analytics are, they're good information to have, but they do not predict the future. They do not predict what's coming next. So you wouldn't want to put too much validity into, oh, well, it says it's a hot spot. I should drive all the way out there, see what happens. Don't waste your fucking time. Anyway, I just want to give out my take on posts. I've done a few of them. It's okay. I've actually done more of them than I have with DoorDash, and I keep going back to DoorDash because it's the one that I do a lot of. Because DoorDash does pay more, I wouldn't mind doing it as much. However, because it sends me kind of all over the place, it's a drain on my gas, but then more so it's a drain on my time. If let's say I do 4 deliveries in an hour for Postmates, that's $4 per delivery guaranteed, right? That's already $16. That's not bad. $16 an hour, some people say. But then what if you get like, on average, $3 in tips per delivery? A lot of people don't tip from what I've seen, but you know, like if you were to average it out from the ones that do to the ones that don't, let's say about $3. That's another fuck math. $12 an hour on top of the 16. So when you think of it from that perspective, it definitely adds up a lot more. Now, if you could be doing those like a lot, and because you're not like set scheduled into it, like with DoorDash, it's like, oh, I'd love to do DoorDash today. I got a free day, but I can't because I'm not on the schedule. Fuck, I got to wait for the one to open up. With Postmates, it's like, dude, bro, I got you. Just press the button, set it down. We'll let you know if anything comes up. That's fucking fantastic. So as a company, I got to hand it from the driver perspective. Postmates, you guys are doing good. From the consumer perspective, y'all motherfuckers suck. I after the horse, go listen to the fucking podcast right now. The one that I uploaded with Gig Sacker. I am telling you, because of that shit, I am never ordering with fucking Postmates ever again. Are you fucking kidding me? A fucking $9 order to include the delivery and all that other shit. You're going to charge me $45 for and not refund it. Yeah, that's your fucking update, ladies and gentlemen, for my fans that have been twirling around, continuously watching my content. Well, that's your update. They still haven't fucking refunded it. As always, this is your oh so beloved and glorious MaceValor, and I'm signing off.